Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. Today I just got up before I forget all the names. We got a few new shoutouts. One is to Simeon Thomas for subscribing, then to Smash a Lollipop or Smallish Loop. I don't know why I said lollipop. And Peanut Aquarium for subscribing. I think I might be missing a few, but if I am, just let me know, or I'll notice myself, and I'll get you next week. So anyway, I'm gonna try this short. Today we have, this intro short. Today we have three things to talk about as usual, and then I'm adding on something, a new section of the podcast. Today we're talking about the Hytale subreddit, mainly Hytale info, which has to do with what we're adding on to. The possibility of a official Hytale Minigames League, and then the possibility of being able to join up with Baron and play as a bad guy in Hytale. Now, first we're going to start with the Reddit. I wanted to talk about the Hytale subreddit because I realized how much the Hytale subreddit seems to hate us Hytale YouTubers. And the main reason they give, or the reason that takes me off the most, it's not the main reason, it's that we're leeching off the hype. And I'd like to say right now that we're not leeching off the hype. We are making videos of what we enjoy, and we want to build up a fan base before Hytale gameplay comes out, because the game's going to blow up on YouTube when it comes out, I'm assuming. So the more we build up a fan base beforehand, the more we can have a boost of subscribers and stuff. And I'd like to see that we are the biggest Hytale YouTubers when gameplay comes out. Then another thing they complain about is how it's all speculation. This is a better point than the last one, but I still disagree with it because, yeah, a lot of it is speculation or things that we already know, they'll say. But, like, we're going over the things that you know. Well, here's the thing. I think that a lot of the people who complain about it's being stuff that we already know are people on the subreddit who are dedicated Hytale fans who already know about everything about the game that there is to know. So we're not really making it for them. There are a lot of people on the subreddit that don't know everything, so we're making it more for them. And just the people on YouTube who don't know everything, don't spend their time going through the blog posts. I normally don't make videos on the blog posts, and I probably won't because Flash and Connor, they cover it really well. And then it's like speculation. I kind of brushed over this. Of course we make speculation. That's all we have. Theorizing is great. It's a great way to figure out about the game, to talk about it, to get some ideas flowing in the community. Like the video will come out on Sunday. I'm making a video about Hytale Histories, which are like a in-game DLC thing that I saw on the subreddit. It was posted by Sammy Faye and all inspired by him. And it was a great theory. I had to make a video on it. He gave me permission to make a video. But they don't get mad at you for making a post about speculation, which is a little bit hypocritical, but I understand if it's more annoying when it's a video. But yeah, like, just speculation and theorizing is what we do, and for some reason they don't like it when it's in a video form. But like, we don't have much else to make videos about. That's why I did this podcast, so I could talk about stuff. And that's probably enough ranting about the Reddit subreddit. Now we're going to talk about an official Hytale Minigames League. Now, I'm a boss at Skywars, so I'll just knock you all off the edge in that game. But it'd be really cool to see, like, championship. Flash talked about this in his esports and Hytale video, where they could have like, be flown down to do like a championship, or there could just be a championship match of something. I guess esports could qualify as some of the mini games. I think that should be what Hytale's esports could be. And then they could make hot air balloon racing for esports, but let's not start talking about that. He made a great video. Go watch it. So I'm here to talk about official Hytale Minigames League. It would kind of be like the NFL or the NBA in Hytale, but not like those sports, like the minigame stuff. Like there would be a Hytale Survival Games League, HSGL, Hytale Survivor Games League, or Hytale Skyblock League, HSL, which would be the one where I'd be the champion, just so you know. Or any other mini game like Capture the Flag, which would be a really fun one to play in Hytale. And minigames are just one of the things that we can have the most hope for being good in Hytale. I mean, I have hope for just about everything because it's an amazing looking game, and I'm just excited to play it. But we know that obviously Hytale is coming from Hypixel, one of the most successful and well-respected servers on a Minecraft. So we'll see how they do mini games. I'm thinking they'll do it really well because now mini games, of course, they aren't the entire game like they were with Hypixel server. Now there's a whole other game, so they've got to focus on that and that. Hopefully they can still make a good mini games and mini game servers, and I'm sure they will in Hypixel in their Hytale servers. So I feel like it would be cool to see like there'll be an official YouTube channel for the OHML, official Hytale Minigames League, and if you haven't already caught on. And then they live streamed the matches when there was like a big Sky Wars tournament, or kind of like, I hate to use Fortnite as an analogy here, but kind of like with Fortnite, what they did with the big, what was it, Fortnite World Cups or something like that. Yeah, they did that sort of thing and had a bunch of the biggest streamers go down there to play a championship game. Well, yeah, they could do that sort of thing for mini games in Hytale. Like, I just think that could have so much potential. And originally I was going to make a video about this, but I decided that a lot of the times I might still make a video. From what the Hytale community tells me that don't like Hytale YouTubers normally, um, it would be best to like cover multiple topics in one video, which is why I have this podcast. And it's just, I think it's much more efficient that way. This way I don't have to over explain one topic, which is what they complain about. And I don't really think we do over explain topics too much. I think we make videos that are about the right length. But I'm getting into what we talked about at first. So yeah, it would just be really cool to see there be like a streaming channel for that on YouTube, and someone would capitalize off of that, whether it be the official Hytale channel or something. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the last topic. Well, sort of last topic. We've still got something to talk about afterwards, and it's the possibility of being able to join Varen, like join up with Varen and the bad guys. And this is not pure speculation. We know that we can, in a way, play as a bad guy by making enemies out of the Quebecs, by going in there with an axe or attacking the babies, and the Razor Leaf Rangers, I believe they're called, would come after you. Yeah, something like that could happen, and that would be very bad. But anyway, there's been a lot of speculation about the possibility of being able to play as a bad guy in Hytale. But of course there hasn't been like entirely confirmed. Like I doubt you'll be able to team up with the Tworks or anything. Maybe you can. Maybe there's some way to do that, but we'll just have to see when the base game comes out. But anyway, I think it would be really cool to see like the choices impact it. Like I think Canadian Flash did a video about this a long time ago, or he talked about it, where maybe you could you know, make one choice, and not necessarily an evil choice, but the honor system in Red Dead Redemption. It'd be something like that, where you could make the good choice or the bad choice, and it would count towards you being a good guy or bad guy. And if you had a bad guy, your ending would make you more likely to side with Varen, or force you to side with Varen. And if you were a good guy, you would be able to be more inclined to join up with Gaia, or be forced to join up. Or maybe it'll just give you a choice at some point, and Gaia would like you better if you had a better honor system, or however if that was a thing in the game. Although I doubt it will be. It would just be a cool thing to see. I can imagine people modding that into the game in some way. I know people like to say we don't know the extent of our modding tools, but I mean, there's some pretty good modding tools in there. We'll just have to see how that plays out. But anyway, so next thing I want to talk about was our new category, a new what's the word, section of the podcast, where we'd talk about a question that I ask on the subreddit. And this week's question I asked was I made a poll about what are you most excited for about Hytale? And at the moment, it has 1,371 votes. 431 people voted for modding. 570 people voted for story mode. 156 people, including me, voted for community servers. 96 people did PvP, and 118 people did other, and then they left replies. So I'm going to be reading off replies and commenting on some of them. This person said survival. That almost got made into a option. I don't know why I didn't. But this person says playing adventure mode with a few friends. That's definitely. This person says MMO. I don't know how to pronounce this. ORPG servers. Or building, this person says. Canadian Flash actually commented and said, "Am I the only one excited for exploration?" And no, you're not, Canadian. This person, Rolo, I am not Rolo is their name. I believe they're a moderator actually. Says, "I think the community servers are going to thrive because of modding, and they're really going to create something special." He really has a point there. I believe, I can't find the post, but I believe someone else put on there like a mixture of like a online fantasy sci-fi server. That would be so cool. Like where it was like more like Skyrim or something, or they could make it like a futuristic modded world with like spaceships or whatever. It depends on, again, the extent of our modding tools, but I think they're more than what we've seen. I mean, when you really think about it, I don't think we've seen nearly as much as we're going to get, because when you think about how many systems we haven't seen, like in trailers, fire spreads, how that's going to work, it's small details like hunger system, thirst system. We've heard about those on like the Twitter. I don't know if we've heard about fire spreading though, but we've never actually seen them in the trailer. And when you think of small things like that, you really get excited for how much we probably do not know about this game just yet. But I also saw something. This wasn't on my Reddit post, but someone was saying no, I'll save that for another video. Basically, it was the cycle continuing of a big server getting really popular and then creating its own game, like what happened with Hypixel to Hytale, and then it would be like continue on forever. Yeah, that would be really cool, but I gotta talk about that in a video. This person, Lightning Shadow, this guy's really cool on the subreddit. I have to shout him out. He's a very um, upbeat guy. Speaking of Lightning Shadow, I left another post where I said I would be interviewing people and like asking them questions, and Lightning Shadow answered them all. Alright, so here, I found it. My first question was, what are you most excited for about Hytale? He answered, I'm really excited about the entire base game. It looks great, and I'm looking forward to experiencing every part of it. I'm hoping the story, combat, mechanics, items, and NPCs work together to make a great game. I'm also excited about the modding tools, and I will be utilizing them to the fullest. Whatever worlds I imagine become playable realities. He said that amazingly. I don't think I could have said it better in my world. I don't think I could have said it better. What are you going to do first in Hytale was my next question. I'll probably be streaming a full playthrough of the adventure mode. If you're watching this video, Lightning, link your channel in the comments. I'm giving you permission to do that because I really want people to subscribe to your channel. The few people that are going to watch this video and get you a head start, a little bit of one. But I will probably be streaming a full playthrough of the adventure mode first before I do anything else, just to get the full experience of the game. Who's your favorite Hytale YouTuber? Quebec Corner is my favorite Hytale YouTuber because of how articulate and concise he is. He presents the information in a way that people can understand and is very thorough. I don't want to turn this into a video about Connor, but yeah, he's right about that. Connor's very great. Sorry, I had to pause to drink my Mountain Dew. Connor's very great at creating that nice atmosphere in his videos. Your opinion on Hytale esports and competition? Competition will definitely be present in Hytale. There will be speedrunners, and I've thought about speedrunning the game myself. If it's not too long of a game to speedrun, there will definitely be speedrunners as soon as the game is figured out, and PvPers as soon as the combat system is mastered. There will also be a lot of friendly competition because you can play adventure mode with your friends Esports, on the other hand, I don't think will be something that exists unless you count PvP as an esport or someone develops a new game mode similar to DOTA auto chess. Yeah, I think he's right about that. I'll consider it esports if there's like a professional level of the of uh of mini games. But yeah, he's kind of right about that. Someone else will probably have to create that as a thing. I've already mentioned Canadian Flash's video, but it depends on how the Hytale community is when it comes out. If people are going to be, yeah, people aren't too crazy about the idea of esports, but I do kind of count the mini games as esports. So you know what? Time will tell. Favorite or last question: favorite Hytale animal, specifically the knife pigeon because he has a knife. But yeah, actually, probably the saber-toothed tiger from what we've seen so far. That's a cool answer. My favorite animal is probably the Quebec. Like, just as of right now, I love the Quebec. It looks so cool. And I think the baby ones, the baby seedlings, are my favorite because they look like they've got so much personality, and it'll be cool to watch the tree singers do their job. But yeah, that's about it for this episode of the podcast. And I'll see you later. Sorry about that awkward wrap up, but I'm losing